This week is Military Spouse Appreciation Day in the United States. And somebody asked me recently, why is it so important to honor military families? They actually said, why is it important to honor their sacrifices? You know, when somebody is in uniform in the United States, it's not uncommon for people to go out of their way to walk up to them and to just simply give them a sincere thank you. I have always said that warriors don't serve in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the Coast Guard, the Space Force for the money, because the pay is just not great. They serve out of a sense of duty and because they love our way of life and they love our country. So when somebody walks up and just sincerely looks you in the eye and says thank you, man, it means the world to the guys and gals that I served with in uniform. Because we're in uniform, it's easy to see us and it's easy to say thank you. Not everybody gets a thank you, but most of us have been thanked a time or two along the way. But military families don't wear the uniform. Military families almost never hear somebody say thank you. And that thank you means the world to military families. Just like the guy or gal that's in the military makes great sacrifices serving the country, many of them place their lives on the line for our freedom. Well, military families do the same thing, but they are the hidden heroes at home. Most of the time, unless you're related to them or know them personally, you have no idea the kind of sacrifices that they're making. I really believe that military families deserve as much credit and as much recognition as the guys and gals that serve the country, because those military families are missing birthdays. They're missing anniversaries. That big recital, that big ball game, there's a spouse, there's a family member, there's a parent, there's somebody special in their life that doesn't make it to those big events because they're overseas doing something to defend our freedom. And those children, those spouses, those parents and relatives of the military make sacrifices every day. Much of their sacrifice, they don't even talk about. I'm talking about sitting at home, watching the news, seeing that something terrible just happened, and then their cell phone rings. And before they even answer the cell phone, they are devastated by the idea that that phone call may be somebody telling them that a person that they love has just been lost in training or lost in combat. Most of us can't understand the torture of a cell phone ringing when the news is playing on the television and wondering if that cell phone is going to ruin my life when I answer the phone call. And that's why we need to continually honor military families. Because the truth is, if the military family ever decides that it's not worth it, then chances are that guy or gal in uniform may decide it's too much. The cost or the consequences of serving my country is too much. And when the military family leaves, you will often lose the guy or the gal that's serving in the military along with them. So we really can't go out of our way enough. We can't say thank you enough. The challenge I have for you in this video is it's easy to find the guy or gal in uniform and say thank you, and you should do that. But would you take it a step further? Would you go say thank you to their families? Would you find somebody in your community? Because of the Guard, because of the reserves, chances are every community in America has a family that has made some sacrifices. Would you find that family or families in your community and say thank you to the family members, just like you'd say thank you to those guys or gals that serve? Not just on Military Spouse Appreciation Day, but say thank you every time you see them, because it really does make a world of difference. And I personally want to say thanks to the millions of military families out there, parents, spouses, children, family members, that have made enormous sacrifices for our country, but don't get any credit for it. Thank you for what you've done for us. See you around.